Good morning everybody, I hope you're all well. As you can see, we're just getting on with getting this field ploughed, and then we'll get it cultivated, and after that I'll contract it out to get sown with some soya beans. Speaking of which, our soya bean field down there is ready for harvest. We'll be doing that today as well. It's been a bit of a thoughtful morning. As you know, at one point we were looking at the possibility of putting a shed up between these two fields to keep the equipment that we use here, you know, close by. But after speaking to the foreman who's running the buildings operation down in their yard, they were saying it would be really expensive to put a shed up here because they would have to do a bit of landscaping to get a little bit of the land flattened off enough to get shedded. So I kind of already had a shed picked out, so we've decided just to put another shed into our yard instead. And the next thing I have to decide is whether or not I'm going to put a second gate in. If I put a second gate in, it would just be to this side of the bale shed. And then I've got to decide whether to put it... Yeah, there's a couple of things I need to look at, and I think we'll pop down at lunchtime when they've gone for their lunch and have a look at the possibilities there, because there's a couple of places I could put the shed depending on how I want to maximise space or reduce the amount of fencing that we've got. It's yeah. So we'll do that. So this morning what they said that they would do is get the foundations laid for the new shed. Get the 2 by-points in because they're quite small, so they reckon they'll get up quickly. And they're going to get the fencing in around to, you know, the far side of the bale shed. And then I can come down and have a look, as I say, when they're gone for lunch, and make a decision at that point as to whether if we put another gate and where the rest of the fencing is going to go. Yeah, so a bit of thought. I took Nate out for a run quite early this morning, pretty much, you know, as soon as I'd finished feeding the animals, just to clear my head and think about what's best. The money's gone down a bit because I have actually paid for the new shed now, because we were over the 300,000 again, but I've paid for the new shed just to get that in place. As you know, I mean, as I say, you know, I'd already picked the shed out, so yeah. So it would be for the equipment we've currently got up here to go down into that shed. And I think I've just got a text, but I'll wait till I've finished ploughing and have a look. So a bit more thought. So I think we will... I mean, it would be handy to have a second gate, but if we put a second gate in, we'll also... Somebody's impatient. We'll also have to put in a bit more of a track to that gate, because there isn't currently one there. That won't be too expensive, but you know, it is again a little bit more money. So yeah, so hopefully we'll get this cultivated before lunchtime. It's 10:30 now, as you can see. So we should get it cultivated by lunchtime easily, she says, hopefully within the next hour. And then, as I say, we'll have it contracted out for soya later. And once we've got our soya harvested, I think we'll be looking at probably tomorrow getting that sorted for getting some grass sown in there. Right, just drop this off. Grab our... You can see I've already got the lorry and the trailer up here because if I contract out the sowing, they'll be using my tractor. Right, just need to check these texts. Back in a sec. Okay, cool, that was just the foreman texting to say that, yeah, they are running on time basically, so it will be fine for me to pop down and have a look at lunchtime, see where things are at. And hopefully you can all help me make a decision. By the time this is out publicly, it'll be done. Okay. The other thing I did this morning was put another second fertilizer stage onto our grapevines, so that's them ready for harvesting when they're ready. It's all good. It's unlikely that we'll be picking up any contracts today because we've got quite a bit to do in our own farm at the moment. What with this field and field 25, but you never know. Something pops up that's kind of special, I might try squeeze a bit in, subcontract it possibly. The sunflowers didn't take me as long as I thought they might yesterday. It was quite good, got finished at a reasonable time. I'll tell you what I did forget to do though when I edited yesterday's video, was to put a screenshot of what the bale shed was looking like once we'd got finished that evening. So just as I get to the end of here and as I turn around, I'll quickly put it in here. So yeah, it looked quite nice after the after dark when it's all done, and we got the few bales that we have for now in there, and we also put in the mower and the tedder as well on the other side because there's plenty of room in there for all of that stuff. And it kind of makes sense to have that equipment in there because that's what we will be using to help make our hay bales. And I may end up, I'll see how it goes. If I need to, I can also put the baler in, but the baler's in is in the big shed at the moment. We've not had the radio on for a while. Let's put the radio on. Maybe not that station. Probably not going to hear over the noise of the tractor very well. Tend to hear it better when I'm inside the cab view, but I sort of need to see what I'm doing at the moment. It's not bad. So, I probably didn't mention the fact that, yeah, even with the additional shed going up today, they reckon that they will get everything completed because this afternoon they've got a few more people on the job just to get it done now. So this afternoon they'll get the second shed up, which, you know, like a couple of the other sheds, it's one of the AG Tech ones. So it's really quick, it's flat packed type thing. Quick drying foundation, so they reckon that'll be up this afternoon, so, and then they'll get the rest of the fencing in. I just need to make a decision on gates and fencing, and once I've done that, then they can crack on. The only, I guess if I think about it, there is always a possibility that I can always change it at a later date if I need to. Whether that's expanding the yard, although I can't see a reason why, because I don't think I'm going to expand the farm any more than it currently is. Or not, I do not know. And then I'll have to have somebody come along and move the fuel buy point as well, get that up by the garage somewhere there. And I'll probably take the pressure washer over there. That I can do myself, I just need to carry that, that's easy enough done. And that'll be pretty much that. And then I can get on with just concentrating on doing the farm work until we reach our target. So the other thing I'm thinking of doing is Nate's going to be getting sold off tomorrow to his new home, and that money, as you know, will go towards paying off another 50,000 on my loan, but I actually might also put an additional 50,000 in there to bring it down even more and start really reducing those loan repayments a bit more. Okay, we're ahead of time because it's just after 11, so that's quite good. What I'll do is I'll put the seeder on the back of this tractor and put it up there ready for the contractor to just jump in and get on with shortly, so that's fine. Right. I'll just put this over here just now. I might bring it down a bit in case I need to go fill up the cedar. I can't remember if I filled it when I was finished with it all last time, possibly not. Right. There we go. I clearly didn't, so let me see if I can remember how to. Yeah. It's set for soybeans already, so it's fine because that's what we want. Ooh, that's a bit. Yeah, I should have went down even further, shouldn't I? Can I get through there? No. Okay, hold on, I'll move this cultivator a bit more out of the way. Right, there I'll do. And by the end of the day, there's a good chance that I'll be moving all of these pieces of equipment into the new storage area down in the yard, so. Right. There we go. Try this up here and leave it. Oh, I've just about had got a bit sticking out the side there. I think that's. How did I do that? No. I don't know how I did that. Now I don't know how to get it back in again. Oh well. Figure it out later. I've got everything going except for that one bit that's sticking out. Slide this up for contractor ready to go. Whew, right. And we can start doing some of the harvest before lunchtime. We've got half an hour yet, so it's quite good. Let me switch that radio off again, to be fair. The music is not the best. Right, where are we at? Not in a very straight line is where we're at. Okay, let's start harvesting. This may, I can't remember, this is our second, possibly our third harvest since we bought this field, so it's quite possible that it's going to need lime put on it later. Let's have a quick look. Yeah. Yep, there's another field that's going to need limed. That's fine. Okay. Well, I think what we'll do is, I think once this we've got a load here and we've got it emptied into the trailer, we'll take a wander on down to the yard and think about where we're going with it. Couldn't get it to go into reverse for a second there. There we go. Okay, so I'll see you down in the yard just in a few minutes. Right, so we're down in the yard. Let's take a look at where we're at with everything. So they've put a bit more, I think they'd got the fence up to there the last time, or maybe they had this bit in, but they've certainly put a bit more fencing up to here, and they've just put these bits in kind of just to break it up a little bit as well. So they've got that one that side, and they've got this side, and then the fence comes up this way round the back of the floodlight and the solar panels to our two buy points for which pretty much sells everything that we kind of need, from seed to fertilizer to lime to herbicide as well, so that's cool. So from the back of here it then comes up to our hay bale shed, whatever you want to call it, to here. We've got another one of these in there just to match what we did at the other shed. So this is where things become interesting. So we've put this new shed here because we need a bit of space to be able to back things in, so we didn't want to get too close to the garage, so we've come back here. So now what we're thinking about is that we could put a gate from here across sort of here, and then the fence to there. This is going to be a closed back one, by the way, just so you know, and then we could take the other fence from here up to our gate here. Or we can, because we've last night we weren't thinking about the gate, and the track would go from here directly up that way. So, you know, it's going to be a lot quicker to get to the field than going the other way. So the other thing is we take the gate from here. We might actually bring out a bit of fencing here actually. We put the gate here, and then we take the fence here to the back of the shed, and then again from this side to there. And what that also does is gives me a bit of quite a bit of extra space if I do need to think about putting anything else in here at any point. So, you know, thinking about it, yeah, if I put a bit of fence there and then the gate, because I think you can get shorter bits of fencing that they have, that might be the way to do this, really. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. Do it and see what it looks like. If it looks awful, we'll take it down and start again. But hopefully it'll look okay. But for now, I'm off to go grab some lunch, and I also think we're out of time. So thanks everybody for watching, and hopefully when next we see you, yeah, it's going to be lovely and finished, or as finished as it's going to get for now. So cheers everybody, and bye for now.